I like this tattoo. That's real nice.
We're in.
Yep.
We got it.
So you have to do some crabs?
Yeah, but it's fine fun.
Real hard to operate.
Hi, this is Will James for Uprise Our Eye. We are in downtown Providence in Burnside Park, where there's going to be a march to honor George Floyd. There's going to be a sit-in at the State House for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, which is the amount of time that a police officer had his knee on George Floyd's neck, which killed him.
There you go. It's all zipped up.
We did, yeah. Seeping in as well. Got a joke.
The march is going to be beginning shortly. They're just waiting for additional people to get here, giving people some time. AS220 is set up with a booth here, giving out protest signs. Sorry. There's probably about maybe less than 100 people.
Okay, can I have everyone's attention, please? Kind of weird, So in about 2 minutes, we're gonna start marching. We're gonna go, like I said, up this way, take a right by the Biltmore, and go straight up to the State House. Can everyone hear on this? Okay. Okay. That's a normal.
Some people honking in support.
get pumped up these horns, guys.
We are in Kennedy Plaza, near the bus station on the edge of Burnside. An officer placed his knee on George Floyd's neck, which killed him.
Guys got opposite. Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, could I have everyone that's marching behind the Black Lives Matter flag, please? And everybody, AS220 is here with signs for the event. They are also taking donations. Very, very much. Alright, we can go. Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! No justice! No peace! No racist! No peace! No justice! No peace! No racist! No peace! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! I can't breathe! Medical officers mouth that on nurse. Just say it. Black lives matter! 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 Black lives matter!
Who's street?
Our street!
Who's street?
Our street!
Who's street?
Our street!
Who's street?
Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Police! No peace! No racist! Police! No justice! No peace! No racist! Police! No justice! No peace! No racist! Police! You guys all done? Yes? We're never done!
Interruption, guys.
Black lives matter! 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 No peace! No racist! Police! No justice! No peace! No racist! Police!
We're in Providence, Rhode Island, passing the Providence Place Mall.
Our streets! 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 Our streets!
to be a large police presence. Did I point the camera at your sign? Is that okay?
Sorry?
Did I point the camera at your sign? Your sign?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Thank you.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No racist! Police! No racist! Police! No racist! Police! Well, we get this together here with the musicians and everything. There's also water, so the big one cooler, if you guys need water.
So I see there's some violinists on the right side of the stairs over here, which could be for Elijah McCain, who played violin. He was killed in, I believe, Aurora, Colorado, by police. So they said there's going to be some speakers today.
I don't know. I'm not in that situation.
Did I hit you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry about
I
that.
think you're being funny, my bad. I was like, uh-oh. Place to get punked.
I'm sorry.
Cameras around it?
Yeah. Not really sure why there's so many police here. There hasn't been really a consistent police presence at various events at the State House. There was a few rallies a month ago where there was like one or two officers. They've about set up the microphone, so it seems like they're going to continue shortly. So this is Will James for Upriser I. We're in Providence, Rhode Island. We are now at the State House, the Rhode Island State House. We just marched from Burnside Park to the State House for Black Lives.
Hello?
Hello!
Okay.
Hello!
How are you guys?
Good!
I hear you. So I'm just gonna start off explaining why I wanted to put this event together, because a lot of people have been asking, and most of you here, I do not know you, but I'm very thankful that everyone has come out for this. We need to just keep coming together for these events. So my name is Liz, and as most of you see on Facebook, it's Amalia, which is my name in Hawaiian. During these recent events, I have attended many protests and rallies, including putting together this one. It was originally supposed to be on August 4th, but due to the signification of 8/4 at 6 p.m. being 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I am thankful and honored to see each and every one of you today, despite it having to be rescheduled because of Mother Nature's plans. I could talk endlessly about why I feel so strongly about these events that we are marching through, but I will give you a small bit for why I wanted to do something much more than just attend. Police brutality has always been here, and the inhumane acts due to racism have always been here. I have family and friends who are Black, and I myself am a person of color. My father being of Hawaiian heritage, mixed with Puerto Rican, Cuban, Native Hawaiian, and Portuguese. My mother and grandmother were of Irish descent, but lived in South Providence their entire lives. They worked as nurses and also fighting for human rights. I myself am now a nurse and advocate strongly for all of my patients and for all of you guys here today. I have witnessed inequality in healthcare systems due to two Black individuals, Latinx and Native, yet no one bats an eye. I have been questioned in the past as to why I care so much about these patients, and my response has always been, they're human. Everyone here has their reason to why they support this movement and are fighting for righteousness. From all the horrific events of the past to those of the most recent with Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Elijah McClain, and George Floyd. Floyd's death for me impacted me on many levels. As a nurse, I couldn't understand how anyone could kill a man and have it broadcasted for all of us to see. The fact that nobody took his pulse after the countless times he said he couldn't breathe still leaves me without words to speak and can't breathe. I have seen countless deaths in my professional and personal life, but Floyd is one I will never be able to unsee. And with this event, I want us to lift the souls of those who have lost their lives to police brutality and racism, to raise their souls and spirits with peace and dignity that they deserve. And I will now have Reverend Jacob come up and pray for us before we do our sit-in. Thank you guys again for coming out.
Hey everybody, she said I'm Reverend Jacob. I come from Boston. I live in Boston now, but I lived in East Providence for a year, so I'm familiar with the city. So don't give me too much shade today for not being a Rhode Islander. I come from the Order of St. Martin de Porres. It's a socio-religious order because we're tired of just having ministers pray. We need ministers to act. We need ministers to go to the State House. We need them to advocate on our behalf. Thoughts and prayers aren't enough. Even though I'm praying for you today, know that we're here with action as well. All right? So for all those who are inclined, can bow their heads, close their eyes, have whatever spirituality you feel comfortable with, and you can just follow along with me. Good and gracious God, creator of all people, of all things, who reaches across ethnic backgrounds, Samaritan, Jew, Roman, black, white, he who takes the shackles off and gives freedom, may you come and dwell amongst your children. Assist us all today in recognizing your divine image and likeness in our neighbors. Forgive the blindness that causes our eyes to notice and magnify those things that we regard as different from ourselves and others. Teach us to see that we, your children, are far more alike than we are different. Help us put aside the racial prejudices embedded within us. Help us break down the barriers of our community. Enable us to see the reality of racism and bigotry, and free us to challenge and uproot it from ourselves, our society, and our world. When our eyes do not see the gravity of racial injustice, shake us from our slumber and open our eyes. When our fear has us frozen in inaction, give us a spirit of bravery. When we try our best but we say the wrong thing, give us a spirit of humility. May you bless us with enough discomfort at easy answers. This is my prayer for all of you. May you all be blessed with discomfort. What are you talking about, discomfort? Yeah, discomfort at easy answers, half-truth, and superficial lies, so that you may live deep within your own heart. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and the exploitation of people, so that you may work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain, rejection, starvation, and war, so that you may reach out your hand to comfort them and turn their pain into joy. And may God bless you with enough foolishness to believe that you can all make a difference in this world, so that you can do what everyone says we cannot. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Jacob. And once again, thank you guys for all coming out. I just want to read something really quick before we do our sit-in. The poem I wrote, it's called 8 minutes and 46 seconds. 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Social media is a hell of a witness. But even still, with 8 minutes and 46 seconds, they were able to do their premeditated business. Silence from those four that kneeled and stood for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. As we all sat and watched live, an unforgettable tragedy, a detriment. Live for all to see, yet you knelt there with your hands in your pockets, with his neck covered by your knee. Oh yes, you've done this before. Your comrades, your partners in crimes, are too, just as inhumane as you cowards wanted to see more. We all saw more. As we saw the color of his beautiful black skin turn that dusky ashen tone, but no, he did not die alone. You see, we were all there, helplessly viewing a murder you could have prevented, but still you ensured your knee to his neck was cemented. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
Sir, please tell us what you didn't hear or see. Did you not see another human life underneath your white knee? Who gave you the authority to decide whether a person takes their last breath or dies? And if the tables were turned, would you have wanted us to stay? Stay to record something that the world would never be able to unsee? Then would you be able to finally see? 8 minutes and 46 seconds. You took a life that day. You knelt with your blue brothers as if it were a truth or dare game, surreal, like some type of script from a play. Rehearse, because only evil can premeditate something so cold-blooded. George Floyd's death, one of the many reasons why these streets will remain flooded. And because of all the 8 minutes and 46 seconds anyone had to live through, those stolen minutes in time from him is what we all had to live through. Those 8 minutes and 46 seconds is what will keep Floyd and everyone who has fallen alive. Excuse us now. We have the right to not remain silent, but we have the right to remain alive. 8 minutes and 46 seconds, we will never forget. Fighting the good fight has reached a turning point. Are you ready yet? So now, could I have everyone either sit, kneel, lie down where you are, so that we can begin our sit-in for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. To remember all those who have lost their lives to recent and past events due to police brutality and racism. Community Music Works String Quartet will be playing Lift Every Voice and Sing, We Shall Overcome, and Amazing Grace during our 8 minutes and 46 seconds sit-in. Thank you. again. Any music work? Now we will move on to speeches, spoken word, rap, and poetry. I want to first introduce Mark Fisher, the Senior Director from Black Lives Matter Rhode Island. I'm going to let him speak, explain his organization, and also what he has to share with you guys today, okay? Mark Fisher.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well under the circumstances. And unfortunately, too many times we've had to gather in mourning at one time or another because of unfortunate and tragic and devastating loss to our community. Today we're here to remember the life of George Floyd, and I want to thank Elizabeth for inviting me to speak, first of all, and I want to also give my compliments to that wonderful piece that was just played. And I have a question. Thank you. Yes, that was amazing. That was beautiful, classy, and timely. And I want to ask a question to everyone out here. I want to know, and I want you to think about this for a second. Why are you here? Take a second and just process that. What is the reason that you're actually here? And when you think about it, I believe it forces you to think a little deeper, and you come to the conclusion that we're here for the same reason. We had a vision of what our life, our community, and our country should look like. But for some reason that vision is not panning out. It's not manifesting. And we're here because that vision is something that is now a purpose. Once we have a vision and it's crystallized in our mind and it's clear, now we have a purpose. And there is nothing that can stop us from achieving our mission. We're here because the cries of my community continue to fall on deaf ears, continually go unheard, ignored, belittled, and sometimes outright just forsaken. Our pleas are rooted in the fact that systemic racism and white supremacy is riddled throughout every branch of every facet of government, locally, statewide, and nationally. So when we cry out and we're ignored, we cry louder. And when we're still ignored, that's when riots take place, because that is the language of the unheard, of the marginalized, the disenfranchised. So our protests are rooted in deep pain, suffering, and neglect by the ones who we have depended on to champion our cause for centuries. So we're here today together under one banner, the banner of love and unity, to pick up the mantle and carry the baton and pass it on to the next generation. See, we're not here today for us, but we're here for our children and the future, our children's children. That's why we're here. And so we have a lot of work to do. But like the late Congressman John Lewis said, that it's okay to get into good trouble, necessary trouble. I like to say, get in the fight and stay in the fight, because this is truly a fight. It's the fight of our life. Do not think that after we leave here and go home, we can go back to our normal lives. Life will never be business as usual. Since we witnessed on national television what hate looks like in its purest form. The end, this is the ultimate end of racism. And it wasn't pretty. It was hard to look at. God knows most people couldn't watch that video twice. And it was enough. It was a moment in history, a watershed moment that will go down for all the ages. And it is rooted in this evil that won't let our nation go. It has it by a stranglehold. And it's called white supremacy. And it's choking us. It's choking the life out of us. It is the Achilles heel of our country. It is the soft underbelly, the weakness that continues to show itself and rear its ugly head. And it will be our ultimate demise. The greatest country in the history of the world will be undone by its own system, its own people, subversive from within. And I never understood how you could hate someone for the color of their skin. It takes a special kind of person to hate someone for no good reason other than the color of their skin. So we're here today because we know that we have to rely on ourselves. We can no longer depend on systems and institutions and organizations to look after our well-being. We have to do it ourselves. We have to do the legwork for us. We can't expect anyone to do the legwork that is required by us, for us. Racial equity and an end to white supremacy and racial oppression in all its forms. It shows its head in every element of daily life. For those of us who don't really know the effects of it, they are devastating. They reach far and wide. They touch every one of our loved ones. They touch us. They taint us. And they embarrass us. They humiliate us across the world. It shows up in policing. It shows up in the use of excessive force and police brutality and police killings. It shows up in the preschool to prison pipeline and mass incarcerations. It shows up in the unfair treatment we get in the justice system. Across the gambit, from profiling to arrests to bad representation to horrendous sentencing. It shows its ugly face in healthcare disparities all across the board. Lack of healthcare, lack of financing for healthcare, infant mortalities, mother mortalities across our community. It's out of control. It shows up in opportunities, the lack of opportunities. It's in education all over the country. It's in housing, redlining, zoning. It's institutional, it's systemic, and it's deliberate. And it's enough. Enough is enough. George Floyd was more than just an unjustified and merciless murder, a brutal killing. But it was a moment when the country got to see for themselves what tyranny looks like, what oppression and hate looks like in all its forms. And we are finally sitting back and taking a good look. And I know I don't like what I see. And I'm sure everyone out here feels the same way. So I know that it's going to take a collective effort on every single one of our parts to make the change that we're looking for, that we expect, that we demand. But change starts from within. And that's how we change, one person at a time. We have to be the change that we want to see. And once we do that, one person at a time, we will change this world significantly. Not only policy-wise, but I believe if we lead in love, we'll also be able to change some hearts. So I want you all to be encouraged. I thank you all for coming out here and showing solidarity. I thank you for your attention. I pray that God's hand remain on all of you and His blessings are with you and your family. And I just want to say peace to everyone.
Thank you again, Mark Fisher. Next, I want to introduce Corey Jones, the Political Director for Black Lives Matter PAC.
Hey everyone, my name is Corey Jones. I'm the Political Director for Black Lives Matter PAC. And if you guys don't know what a PAC is, it's a political action committee. And basically we fundraise and money in order to endorse candidates, contribute to candidates, and issue advocacy. And the one value that our organization decided to stand on is the value that all social issues are interconnected. Because as we fight for racial justice, we need justice in every arena, in every aspect of our lives. So that's justice for the LGBT community, that's justice for environmental justice, because we know that people of color in education, in climate, women of color, we know that where marginalized communities they face some of the most injustice. So in order for us to have justice for racial inequality, we need justice for all justice. At first I told Liz that I didn't want to do a poem because I just wasn't feeling it, but she made for a very inspirational moment, so I'm feeling like doing a poem for you guys. So this one's called We're So Different. We're so different. I got self-ambitions for a worldly vision. Poison on your television, talk of fusion fission. True demolition, leave a veteran sickened. PTSD, and you did it. Sent them on an empty mission. In the name of protection, you loaded your weapons. Thousands, dead in seconds. We're so different. My uncle's in prison, and so will his children. Portrayed as the villain, but I see the victim. And I saw the symptoms, and I blame the system. And maybe I just miss them. We're so different. I know you've been distant. Didn't know I existed, but destruction was witnessed. Blindfolded my emotion. Haven't seen pain since. Gave up on love like it was 12 months of Lent. We're so different, but we're also the same. We're all so flawed and try so hard to change, trying to escape from the pain. As our world crumbles, we're so quick to blame. We're so different, but we're also the same. Selfish, and it sucks, but it's true. I won't deny it, I'm selfish too. We see the world as if it's only you. Only if you had a clue what the rest of us go through. But mine's just a fraction of the mess. Just another minority who claims to be oppressed, who never knew more, so I settled for less. Microaggressions in their every breath make me ponder on heaven and death. How many years do I really have left? How one day I feel blessed and the next I'm just stressed. And before you know it, I'm just another name. We're so different, but we're also the same. Bleed the same blood, feel the same pain, but just came in different shades. Believe the same God, but just choose a different name. And these simple characteristics became identified as religion and race. And ever since, humankind has not been the same. So just remember that we're all the same. Thank you.
Thank you again, Corey. I'm glad you decided to stay home. So now I would like to have the beautiful Ashley come up, please.
Alright, I'm going to take this off because I feel weird speaking with it on. Hi everybody, I'm Ashley Stewart. Let me get closer. Oh, alright, I'm looking close. Sorry y'all. So I want to thank Liz for inviting me out here today to speak. I will say thank you for that. I was kind of going to start with a question as well, asking why everybody is here today. Because it's an honest question. I actually have held my own event before for Juneteenth. I'm from Attleboro. I had amazing support when everybody knew I was holding the protest. I didn't let anybody know that I was doing a spoken word today in hopes that people would join for the cause and not for me. And it's very disappointing to say that I'm here by myself today. So let that sink in for a little bit.
You're not alone.
I thank you guys for all being here with me today. I appreciate you, but I'm saying I personally came by myself today to stand here for Black Lives Matter because I care every day. You have to care every day. You can't just care when it's a trend. It's not a trend. This is real life. So thank you to all my people who are not of color here today with me, with all of us. We appreciate you. Because people don't get it when they're not of color. They don't see it, they don't get it, they don't believe it. It's true. And I'm here to say, I'm half black and I'm half white. I see it on all ends. I see it everywhere I go. And you have to stand up, you have to speak up, and you have to make a difference however you can. Today I was sworn into the Human Rights Committee in my town, so I can speak for all those people who can't speak. If you're in my area, I have an Ask Ashley page that's public on Facebook. You can reach out to me anytime with anything. If I can help you, I will try to provide resources to you, anything that I can. We are here together. We are stronger together. Black Lives Matter, that's why we're here. So I'm going to start off with we're going to finish with a poem. Let me pull it up. I'm going to start off by playing you a little something that inspired me. This is called Bitter Symphony. It's a bitter symphony, this American dream. I can't breathe, are you listening? I try to speak, but you silence me. America, land of the brave, home of the free. Not for black and brown people like you and me. Don't you see? It's our time finally. We're protesting in the streets, no justice, no peace. We're tired of the double standards, racial profiling, and scrutiny. We're fed up with the murder and police brutality. God, I wish I could wake up from this nightmare. But this is a black American's reality. We can't even go to sleep in peace. We can't jog, we can't shop. Now without being stopped or questioned by the cops. Enough is enough. When is it going to stop? I want all of us to live a life where we can safely walk down the street. So thank you all for being here. It's time to rise. It's time to speak. For if there is no justice, there is no peace. Listen, we are living history. For now we speak for those who are deceased. This one is for all my fallen brothers and sisters. Rest in peace. History is something we cannot repeat. This cannot be black versus white. This has to be wrong versus right. We're stronger together. Black Lives Matter. This is why we fight. Thank you.
Thank you again, Ashley. Next, we will have the beautiful and talented Be More 7 performing a song for us.
Peace, everybody. So my music's not working, and I'm gonna try to rearrange my song a little bit. Sinking and drowning. How many I can't breathe are resounding. Sinking and drowning. How many I can't breathe are resounding. If you don't get it by now, you living under a rock. We went from desensitized to always living in shock. We traumatized, terrorized. How can we go from Barack to 45? It's like you recolonized little blocks. From selling rocks and the war on drugs, the war on us. From pharmaceuticals they pour on us. When they see us, instead of locking doors and clenching purses, reverse this. Breaking stereotypes and curses. From driving while black, and don't forget shopping, I was living while black. Peep who they is stopping and killing. Police are the villains, instilling fear throughout the country, they be illin'. God willing, I thank God left the building. So build and destroy with the voice of the children, suffocated by white supremacists, Nazis, monsters, been took the country hostage. Sinking and drowning, sinking and drowning. How many I can't breathe are resounding. Sinking and drowning, sinking and drowning. I can't breathe. The tipping point, now we over the edge. At the end of the rope, hard to see hope ahead. Too many last breaths, still too soon for sorry, the last resort. This is not a party, no Mardi Gras. We out here safari, the concrete jungle has made us get gnarly. Hardly enough been done thus far. Why we only get results when we burning cars? Then you say we thugs, or we not a part of the peaceful protest. It only goes so far, feel our breaking point. Water boiled over, stop crying over spilt milk, deploying soldiers dominate. That's the anthem of whiteness. 1492 began this whole crisis.
Thank you again, Be More 7. Next, we will have Ricio, who will be blessing us with one of his original pieces.
Hello, everybody. Hello. My name is Ricio. I'm an artist and a rapper, poet, a lot of things. I was born outside LA, but I've lived the vast majority of my life right here in Providence, Rhode Island. I want to thank Liz and everyone here who came out today, who's taken out of their day to be here and represent this movement, because the news is covering it, but it stops and it gets less, and people are forgetting, and we cannot let people forget what is happening in this country, because all right. I'm going to be sharing a little piece, song I wrote. I'm going to be performing it in a spoken word form. It's called Unheard. And I'd like to share a little bit about myself before that. I'm a proud Mexican American. I was adopted by a wonderful adopted family who's here tonight. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for coming out. But I also want to, get this message all the way to my biological family in California. Gina, Angelina, Andrew, I love all of you, and I hope you'll see some video or something about this. And I know that you guys are all listening to me, and I hope that the people behind me are also listening. Cops ain't killing more, it's just being filmed. Jefferson's America was fulfilled. 2016 made progress feel like it stopped with a skid. But the revolution still has found a way to live. Marco Munoz killed himself when ICE took his kid. Don't forget Brianna was shot in bed. We've been talking about racism for years. All us POC in tears. Y'all heard the evidence and closed your ears. Racist friend and y'all still peers? But what now? Slaves are underpaid, workers built the whole town. Yet they call us lazy if we black or brown. You just want us to play sports and to clean your house. The Panthers got guns and you'll finally clamp down. Did you wonder why we thinking we should burn it all down? Hey now, people listening. If it's burnt down, we build it from the ground again. But black trans women getting lynched in the streets. It better be supremacy that we defeat. Educate the masses while we dance to the beat. Forgive all the ignorant who now see deceit. Big Floyd murder, now defund the police and bring up all the people who deserve some reprieve. This is the time for us to rise up, fight, and discuss. Get justice now. Let's break it down. Take the blue knee off the neck of black and brown. I won't wait another decade. No, not even another second. The time has come for us to reckon. They kill us when we have no weapon. So, let's get us some. Let's show them that we won't succumb. Legal guns or pen and pad, those are the swords that we can have. This ain't a call of violence, but if I am honest, to show them we defend ourselves with the right to promise. If you got the call, then the police should say nothing. Philando Castile was killed just for being armed, and we know that that ain't right. So we can take the fight to the streets, so get your plywood signs and milk for police violent crimes. So now's the time to abolish ICE and slavery while we're at it would be nice. But when you tell me, Reese, yo, there ain't no slaves here, check the prisons, bro, that much is clear. This is the time for us. The 13th Amendment states that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States. Do you get it now? Do you get how this system was built and what it was meant to do? This is the time for us to rise up, fight, and discuss. Get justice now. Let's break it down. Take the blue knee off the neck of black and brown. I won't wait another decade. No, not even another second. The time has come for us to reckon. They kill us when we have no weapon. If I'm gonna be out here talking about all this, y'all should know where I come from and what my own sense of privilege is, because I think that shit's a spectrum and it's important to recognize that and get all that out there. I was born to a poor Mexican family. Mama making ends meet in the club dancing. She was said that she knew she could not afford another kid. Wanna give me better life, maybe with some privilege. Now I'm in the forefront, living the good life. My birth family proud that I got outright. Dip a rusty spoon in a pool of silver. A better life for my family, I wanna be the builder. Got an education, feel like I'm living good. TSA still throwing me in the back room. Doesn't matter how rich, how famous, how poor. Black and brown folk only see closed doors. Prisons got slaves, it's the new Jim Crow. Them kids in cages ain't done nothing wrong. Now you know where I came from and where I stand. Time to get it, so together to make this shit end. And you know we got friends, take the money from 12, give it to those who never had. See the kids in school acting out of order. What if 911 sent a social worker? Still a man with a gun who tells kids to shut up. You really think that'll stop them from acting up? Maybe I ain't really got all the answers, but I know for a fact we gotta raise our standards. I'm imperfect, so I write words. Years of protest gone unheard. The whole world gone to shit, and I'm just sorting through these turds. Well, it's been a piece of shit. For a while, actually. We the POC been oppressed for all of history. Now follow this with me. The universe will see. These black and brown brothers, sisters, others want to flee, but we don't gotta do that. Yo, with the numbers we're fat. We'll keep resisting, fighting back, and we don't need a goddamn guy. We'll use our sounds and our words to fight this war. And maybe one day they won't put us in the ground anymore. Hate is just the sum of all fears. Chinese excluded just a couple of years. Japanese internment to the Trail of Tears. Turn away Jewish children because of Christian fears. Send them straight to Hitler. Yes, you see, whoops, did it again. Syrian refugees giving you tired. You're poor, you're huddled masses yearning to breathe free. And then they tried the door, but someone had taken the key. Remind me when America was great, when it treated everyone with love, not hate. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Ricio. I think all of Providence heard you. Next, we will have Dakota Walker, who will be sharing with us his thoughts.
Before I turn my back comfortably on these police officers up here, these fine gentlemen, and some act of solitude and companionship, would you guys all raise your fists with me so I know that you're here for protection and not policing? Can you all not do that? Exactly what I thought. This is exactly why I'm here. Keep in mind, this is peaceful. I do not feel comfortable with my back turned to them. But I do feel comfortable speaking to my people. And I would hope if you see anything going on, you let me know. One, keep that in mind, always. Okay, take a time right now to lock it in there and make sure that's in there. You saw it, you witnessed it. Don't ask me what I'm talking about. Don't ask me what these protests are about. Don't ask me why we're upset and why enough is enough anymore. I'm tired of it, really. Now listen, I've spoken at a lot of these things, and one thing comes to the fact really quick, or to the top, the cream of the crop. How much time are we going to waste doing the same thing over and over? They gave us the steps, but they didn't give us the podium. They gave us the protection, but it seems like policing. We aren't here because they want us here. We aren't here because they support us being here. We are here because we can be here, and they have no other choice unless I climb about, 47 more steps, and then they're gonna take action. Keep this in mind. I'm trying to be peaceful, I really am. But this stuff needs to be witnessed. I don't feel comfortable with my back to them. And I'm gonna say that a couple of times. And I wouldn't have if at least one of those idiots put their fist up and just showed, yeah, I'm here to support you guys. Whether he's doing some trick in Georgia or not, just show me that at least one of you have. I've noticed a couple of them rotate in and out while we sat here. Unfortunately, if you're not white and you're here, we can't do that, okay? I can't have someone come in my spot and say what I'm gonna say. Come and do what I'm gonna do when I'm not here. It's so contradiction that we're here to make a stand at a sit-in. Really quick, and when I'm asking you to sit back down. But if you were here right now to make a stand, stand up, right now. Don't clap, don't do anything else but that, okay? This is what I want to show y'all. Oh no, it's getting crazy out here. Yep, right, exactly. It really isn't though. This is controlled chaos. And I'm telling you right now, unless all of you are comfortable shooting every single one of us, this is how I feel every time I'm speaking. That everyone in the crowd is willing to take a stand for why we're here. Right on. And not only take a stand, but raise a hand. I'm not asking anymore, okay? I'm not. And this is being peaceful. And I don't feel protected by you guys at all. I would think you guys have some sense to at least send out a black officer or something, okay? Give me a fucking break, and excuse my language, but I'm sure one of you speak French. Sit back down, please. Okay, no points need to be made. This is the needle. We're here, okay? It's time to thread, because everything that has been done needs to be sewn together with this point right now. I am sick and tired, and I don't say that to be cliche. I really am. I go home and I can't sleep, thinking about what's going on. Standing up here, I don't feel safe with my back turned to all of you. And I don't know who's in there, but I feel like there's a sniper in the window. That's just me. Sorry. I'm here because Liz said that she's trying to do something peaceful. These police gave her maybe this permit or this permission or this park for us to come together. And I'm not gonna soil that fact. Because right now, we are together. And I hope more than anything, they've witnessed that. We've got a problem. You don't need to call Houston, Providence, we have a problem. Boston, we have a problem. Cleveland, everywhere you can think, we got a problem. Okay? And why? Because I can't sleep. Because I can't breathe. How united are we supposed to be? Are we supposed to show them when we continuously come up and do the same thing? Yeah, it looks like something might happen, but they're all sitting, so I think we're good. Right. You know what? It would have been cool if we could have stood up there just to give ourselves a little bit of boost, some self-confidence, at least put ourselves on their steps. But no, they give us this. And I hope the sit down was Liz's just idea, and that it wasn't like, you can't have a bunch of people standing up out there, okay? Because, you know, when people start standing, they get aggravated, and when they're sitting, they're comfortable. And, you know, and when they're kneeling, they're really fucking comfortable, right? Right. I don't need anybody to say anything. I'm gonna say it, okay? The time that I have, I'm going to say it. I can no longer come to these protests anymore. This will be the last one you see me at. And I'm not saying that you will see me at a riot or something else right now, but I can't come up here and be peaceful when the people that are getting paid to protect me won't even try to fool me and let me think that they're on my side. So when they're killing us, that's because they want to fucking kill us. You think I care about these glasses? You think I care about Corona? Really? When none of you, I don't know what you've been told, I don't know what you've been asked to do while you're out here, but none of you would simply just put your hands up and say, we're here for you. So that means to me that every single one of you are going to concur with the fact that I think there's racist police out there doing a great job at being racist police out there, right? You guys agree with that, right? Right. Hold up, put your fist up if you don't agree with that. Shut up. This is the end. There's no more on these steps, okay? There's no more marches. We've got to do something. Enough has been said, and enough was said way long ago. There's nothing I can say that is going to be new. It's up to you. There's nothing I can do that is going to be new. It is up to you. We all have to make a stand. And as graceful as it may seem that we're being so peaceful and being so political and not sitting up here saying anything that might throw you guys off. Like, hold up. If you don't agree that the word nigger should be used for black people, put your fist up. That's exactly what I thought. Look at these fucking monkeys. And they got the nerve to call us that? They are trained. They're being told what to do. You guys honestly think that every single police officer up there right now agrees with the fact that black people should be called niggers? Sorry if it makes anybody uncomfortable, but like my boy Jonas said, that's my life. I'm uncomfortable every day.
Talk about it!
And I will not stop. But it seems that they will not stop too. So really, who's it going to be? Because that's what it comes down to. Is it going to be the people? And don't let me say black people, white people, Hispanic. Is it going to be the people? Or is it going to be the police that are here to protect the people? We are really fighting people that are here to protect the people. I wonder what they're talking about right now up there. Shit, everything was going good. Yep, tag out, go the fuck back in there. I pay you, go inside. Shut up. Both of you too, do the same. Okay, remember this fucking face, because I'm gonna be the one you see all the time. Listen, my people, let me make this short and sweet, because what we're about to get into, we thought we had it coming. There's still so much time that we have to go through to even get what we want. Like my man said before, I'm not gonna see the change. Our children might see the change, maybe. But with what I'm seeing right now, very unlikely. So what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be the people or is it gonna be the police? Are we really going to stand every time a person in need, never mind color, in need of protection from the police? Will we make a stand? I seen that video of the dude saving the girl, pulls the cop out of the water. I don't even know where that guy is anymore. See you later. How many times will we make a stand for the right thing? I wonder, if we were to rush you right now, what would you do? You already know what you would do. He already know. He hallucinating this shit right now. Right. Yeah, tell him. We might need more people back here. Big as shit for no fucking reason. People, I'm done. And this is peaceful. And I still don't feel protected by those police. This is me being polite. This is me. If I'm gonna ask anybody anything, I'm gonna ask y'all to really not stop. Harbor it up. Damn, that one day I was at the freaking City Hall and this nigga asked the dudes that comes up there, they protected him or not. Just put your fist up. All he had to do was like, we're here with you, brother. We don't think that's right. No. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you guys here to protect anybody? Were you just told to stand there like statues? Because this ain't England. They protect the building, right? Exactly. I wonder that. Because I wonder, these people that we pay won't even answer our question, are they here to protect us? I don't feel comfortable up here, but I'm still here for my people. I personally love each and every one of you that are out here today. Right at this moment, this very exact moment, I take a bullet for every single one of you right now. And that is the God honest truth. You think I care about what's going on if we can't stop it? What's it matter? Why do we take this time to make these big movements, to make these marches, to make these stands, to make these protests, to make these speeches, to bring all these people together, if really they're just saying, this shit's gonna be about a week later, they ain't gonna be here again. They ain't gonna think about it. They ain't gonna feel it. That is what they say. That is what they say. That is what y'all know. And sadly, for some of y'all here, you won't be here always. 7 days a week. I won't be here always. Because this is my last. This is my last sitting. Okay? So to you police, and to all police who don't choose to tell me personally that they're here to protect me, when you stand behind me, I'm making a stand. There's no more sitting in. My mask is off. You're lucky yours on. Because I have video of each and every one of your faces to come to your houses and say, what the fuck's your problem? Why aren't you trying to protect me? Why aren't you trying to keep me alive? Why do not feel safe being black? And that's the thing is, because when they talk about black on black violence, they forget to mention that no black person is killing another black person for being black. It's because they're in the wrong hood. It's because of whatever gang affiliation they have. It's not because you're black, I'm black, boom. But unfortunately, that's what our police system is doing. Okay? Like my boy Jonas said, we're not fighting for equal rights for black people almost, and people of color. All we're doing is fighting to be treated like Caucasian people.
It's moral. It's not race.
All we're doing is saying, treat us as fair as you treat white people.
It's right and wrong.
That's it.
Simple.
I can't even say treat me fair as a black person, because that's fucking gone. All I can say is treat me as fair as I feel, and most people of color feel, white people get treated.
Treat me like I'm not a fucking cow.
And that's all I can say. We can't even fight for our color anymore. We're just asking for the same privileges like we've always been asking for as white people, our counterpart. Can we drink the same water as you? Can we go to the same school as you? Now can we have those schools in our ghetto? Can we have clean water in fucking our hood? Can we have a good job in my... No, but you know what I can do? I can take some sort of bus, some gadget that'll bring me to a school where a bunch of people from the hood go to in this white neighborhood. You know what? My aunt can now get on a train and come to where she can work at a good job, but they're not in the hood. You know what? I can't live in the hood comfortably, but now there's Section 8 in these freaking country bumpkin communities that I can move into. I gotta leave what I am to become one of them. And sadly, to become one of you. You know what I mean? I'm seriously going to ask a question. Are we tired of this shit? Are we fed up with this shit? Honestly, if I see you guys never at another sit-in again or protest again, it wouldn't hurt me. Because I'm going to be thinking they're out doing shit. They got no time to do this anymore. So I'm going to hope that this message gets put through very clearly. That it is the people over the police every day. And it is my life over your life every day. If there is no justice, there is no peace. There has been no justice. Y'all are very lucky. Consider yourselves that. That's what I would think. Because you go home and your wife's like, oh, glad you made it home. Consider yourselves lucky. Because this was going to be that day. So do that. Remember me. Remember them. Remember why it is you had to stand out here today looking like fucking robots. Black lives matter. No justice, no peace. And it's still, when I say that, they're still like, they're sitting down there, you know, say whatever you want. Exactly. I get it. But the next time you see me, you won't see me. You'll see them. It's not me anymore. It's the people. And if you're going to be the police as a whole, we're going to be a people as a whole. Power to the people.
The beautiful and talented Shafne Piaget with an original piece that she's going to share with us.
No, this is good. Hello, everyone.
I want that hair.
Thank you. I'm just taking a moment to be in the skin that I'm in right now. I'm sorry, y'all. This is uncomfortable. And when I say uncomfortable, like, not uncomfortable to be like standing right here, but this is like an uncomfortable place where we are in the world, in life. So to really keep it a buck with you, I don't really care if the people back there are uncomfortable by the words that we're saying up here, because they matter. This is as peaceful as it gets. I mean, look around you. Hardly ain't nobody even here. I mean, really. And honestly, I don't even want to have this shit be a gimmick. I really don't. And I'm really against cussing publicly, but that's how it makes me feel. That's how it makes me feel. I'm not expecting the men behind me, whether white or black, to ever raise their fists. Not in Providence, not in the port of slavery. I will never, ever think that. I just feel I don't want our messages that we're trying to push towards the world to become a gimmick, because it's not a game. It's not a game. I love being black. And I don't got a choice but to be. So I'm gonna read this poem right quick. It's original, by the way. Protect our black woman, all up and down my timeline. I roll my tearful eyes with pain, thinking how nice it would be to truly be loved and to be protected and to be cherished. The darker the berry, the more the abuse. Ain't no sweet juice. Where I'm from, the essence is constantly stolen, or better word, raped. We breastfed your ass. Oh, sweet America, so fucked up that you even got our fellow man hating us. The skin that he is in so much, he devalues the very pussy he came out of. I know you're just trying to be closer to the protection because your complexion is seen as a weapon. You want to be just like them. You want to walk in peace just like them. You want to wave to strangers just like them. You want to be free just like them because you were raped too, just like me. How dare you not stand with me in the midst of adversity? Don't you know I don't want to do it alone? But get labeled as a strong black woman, as if I don't need your help. Can't you see I'm tired of being stoned? Can you take a hit for me? Just this once. What a shame. She's too dark-skinned to be protected, even though she looks like she was birthed by the sun's river of sky. The closest thing to God in human form. The hips that birthed the slave master's child are the very same hips that birthed Tyrone. No need for just calling to see if you made it home. Being a dark-skinned black woman will never be in popular demand. Because you gotta have your own back for the black man and every man known to man. So excuse me if my attitude is like snatching the whip out of my master's hands. We are being raped out here. So excuse me if my attitude is like snatching the whip from my master's hands. We are being killed out here. That's the end of my poem. I just want to say to my black men, the very few that are here, protect us. We have lots of derogatory words. Derogatory. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. Used against us as women. Like bitch, whore, slut, whatever. All those words get referred to us the most. Language matters. Words do hurt. And for me, just talking to y'all exclusively here, we need you like you need us. And every person that is here, being a true ally, truly, don't ever not be too humble to take notes. Don't ever be too into what you're doing to further educate yourself, because I still am learning. We have a long way to go, but we have to keep on fighting. And I believe it starts with the paper. Peacefully or not, eventually things won't be peaceful. And I'm ready for that time. Sometimes if you want change, there has to be a storm first. We are at our brew. We're not even at the climax. And we are nowhere near the end. So let's just all just keep on educating ourselves. And I'm including myself in that statement too. My name is Shafni, and thank you.
Yeah, that concludes today's event. Thank you, everyone, for staying, listening to the words that everyone had to say, coming out to support the fight. We're still going to continue to fight. You guys are welcome. There's more water over there. There's snacks if you guys want to just hang out. But I just want to thank you guys all for coming out. Just thank you so much.
Aloha!
Hi, this is Will James for Upriser I. We were at a march and sit-in at the Rhode Island State House for Black Lives, specifically to honor George Floyd. 8 minutes and 46 seconds. There was some violins, music, and rappers all honoring him who was killed because an officer was kneeling on his neck. The end of this protest or sit-in, there were some people who were very clear that they're unsatisfied with the lack of results. You know, there's been a lot of peaceful protests, and the city of Providence has agreed, some city councilors have agreed to defund the police, including the mayor, and that action has not happened yet. The Governor Raimundo is right now proposing an increase to the state police and prison budgets, and it was as a result of that, both the mayor and the governor not having taken action yet. There's been some protests at their homes. There's been 2 protests at the home of Mayor Lorza and 1 at the house of Governor Gina Raimondo to demand that they take action to defund the police. This was something that people had mentioned at the end. So I'm just gonna live stream it for a few more minutes, just, and then I'll end that.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Live right now. Something?
Oh, I'll say hi. Hold on. Hi, the Jelly Rodriguez from Palm X. I hope you have a beautiful day. I mean, rest of your day.
Just gonna do a microphone test. All right, so I think I'm going to wrap up. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you notice, we are streaming on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook now, and that's all thanks to our Patreon supporters. Because of you, we're able to afford things like our new computer and these services. So thank you so much for that. If you can donate, we would appreciate it. We'll put the link in the comments at about a minute. Anyway, this is Will James for Uprising Eye. Thank you so much for joining us.